does this. They're like, wow, we should really change them. Like, yeah, you should, and nothing has changed. So, that's enough me bitching about Cannon. Kog'Maw. Updated living artillery's reveal particle effect. Ew. Lee Sin attacks target. Yeah. Alright, Leona, another one. Leona, shield to daybreak, cooldown reduced by 1 second. Zenith Blade, mana cost reduced to 60 at all ranks from 60 to 80. Particle adjusted to more accurately reflect the area of effect. Actual area of effect unchanged. So basically what was happening is that, let's say, this toilet paper I have here to blow my nose with, say Leona's here, and Zenith Blade reaches to here, it would only actually reach to like the inside, and it was just like, you know that circle that comes up when you're aiming, it would, or you're, I don't know if you use the line missile, but basically you wouldn't be able to hit the very end. You could only hit like just before that. So you know a lot of abilities actually reach out farther, like let's say, I don't know, like Nilly's spear, when you throw it, it actually goes a little bit farther than the circle. And almost every single ability in this game goes a little bit farther to give you that leeway. You're like, okay, throw this far, and then it goes a little bit more. So you're like, okay, sweet. Leona's Zenith Blade was actually reversed. It was actually under that. So it was really deceptive of how far your range was, and that was a good fix. So good job on that. Leona will now attempt to attack the target of Zenith Blade, blah, 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 blah. That's the 80th time that change has happened in this patch. Solar Flare cooldown reduced to 90, 75, 60 seconds from 105, 90 to 75 seconds. This is good. Her cooldown should, on her ultimate, should be a little bit lower. And I don't know. I feel its base damage is kind of low for what it does. I actually feel like this should be even like lower. This should be like 50. This should be like 65. And this should be like 75. I really feel like you should be able to spam that shit all day long. Like it's a skill shot. It's delayed, and it has a smaller stun radius. The stun radius is like this big. Like Timber's is like this big. Like the stun radius is like not that big. It's hard to actually, like, you can hit them and slow them, but to stun them while the target's moving or something like that and actually hit them on the delay, it's pretty hard. It's not an easy ability to use, and you should be rewarded. You should be able to spam that shit. You should be able to use that every team fight. You go gank another lane, fucking toss that shit down. You should be able to do that. I mean, she's a tank that's not relying on her damage abilities, right? So why doesn't she have super low cooldowns to just fucking stun shit and throw shit around? I don't get why. I don't know why. Can you tell me why? I don't think you can. Maybe Riot should just lower all her cooldowns, because if they're not gonna, like, let's look at it. So what did I don't know if you guys read the thread by what is his name, Lo Cicero. He's a big Leona fan too, just like me, and he's like, you know, she needs this cooldown here, and you know the AP ratio is here, and that, and Riot's response is, we don't want her here to be another Alistar. It's like, well, can she heal herself? No. Does she have an ultimate that makes her incredible tank for the next 9 seconds? No. Are her AP ratios even close to being anywhere near old Alistar's AP Alistars? No. Well, how the hell are you guys going to have another AP Alistar on your hands? Like, I read a Riot post, they're like, we don't want another AP Alistar on our hands. It's like, well, can't heal herself, so she couldn't go pure AP, because then she'd just be squishy. She doesn't have an ultimate that makes her the most godly tank in the game like Alistar for the next 9 seconds, so you can go pure AP. She can't do that. And her cooldowns are actually higher than Alistar's, I believe. So what the fuck are you guys thinking? Stop being stupid, right? You can eat, like, think about it. Her cooldowns are incredibly long. Like, they're long cooldowns, all of them, and they don't do a lot of damage. Long cooldowns, low damage. So why can't she? And she's supposed to be an AP tank. So why can't she have AP ratios then? You can't heal herself, can't make herself an invulnerable tank, and all her shit's single target except for her ultimate, which is her long ability, and you know it's a hard to hit stun. Fucking buff this bitch up already. They're like, oh, we're so worried. She's the fucking weakest tank in the game in terms of laning phase and all that shit. Like, where do you throw her in laning? Where do you throw her in the lane phase? Solo lane? Not that great. Duo lane? Not that great. Jungle? Fucking blows. Fucking make her viable, right? She's a great skill set. She has a great skill set, and she's just a fantastic champion. She's so fun. She flows well, but it's like I feel like I have to like, fight tooth and nail just to survive the laning phase with her, and then I'm like, yes, this is so fun. But if I don't survive the laning phase on Leona, it's just like, oh my god, this is the most depressing champion to play. So it's like, just make her laning phase good, make her fucking viable already. I read posts by Morel like she just doesn't fit into the meta. Well, then fucking change her to fit into the meta. I don't see a meta revamp coming anytime soon. Do you? Maybe you have some sort of plan to change the meta, but either way, there's never going to be fucking 2 tanks in the bottom lane. That's just not going to happen. There's always been a support bottom lane in every single fucking meta we've ever possibly ever had. Merle is talking about this duo tank bottom meta. Why the fuck would you ever do that? Why? Why? It's just not worth it. I mean, I guess that's the meta, is that to have like that, but like unless you do some sort of like game-changing, altering thing where just fucking like junglers are now laning and like fucking like Sona can jungle or something like ridiculous like that, I don't see it happening. So get off your asses, buff the super fun champion who has a great kit already, and make her viable. God damn, it pissed me off. Alright, on to Lux. Updated Lux auto attack to feel more responsive and increase the missile speed. Basically, better auto attack feel. Not bad, and then Light Binding got a cooldown reduced by 1. That's how I feel about this change. I'm gonna make this phase. Whoop-de-doo! I don't give a fuck. Malphite. Brutal Strike's mana cost reduced to 50. Yeah. Reduced by 5 mana. Yeah, reduced by 5 mana. Whoop-de-doo! And then Ground Slime Radius increased by 50, not bad, and mana cost reduced by 10. It's not actually not bad. And fixed a bug where Unstoppable Force would fuck up. Malphite? I think Malphite's so close to being like really good. They just need to buff him in like the right spots, I think. I don't have too much insight on Malphite right now because I played him a long time, but it's like I feel like he could be a really viable tank again, but I'm not sure what I would do with him, so I'm going to skip him for now. Alright, on to Maokai. Maokai will now attempt another one of those changes. Alpha Strike. Master Yi can now use Wuju Style on Highlander while Alpha Strike is active. What? Master Yi can now use Wuju Style and Highlander while Alpha Strike is active. That's pretty cool. Master Yi will now attempt to target. Oh, I fucking that changed again. Mordekaiser fixed a bunch of bugs to make him stronger, probably. Morgana actually played Morgana, and she does feel a lot better. And I will tell you why. Updated Morgana's auto attack to feel more responsive and increase its missile speed. Easier last hitting, flows better. Movement speed increased by 10. Thank you. I hate moving slow. Dark Binding cooldown reduced by 1 second. You know what? This is actually good because this is like her fucking bread and butter ability, spamming Dark Binding. So this is good, even though I'm still gonna make the stupid face and go whoop-de-doo. But whatever. Tormented Soil mana cost has been reduced by 20 at max rank. Doesn't matter at all. But the biggest change here is Soul Chakra's stunned duration adjusted to 1.5 at all ranks instead of 1.52. So you're always going to stun for 1.5 seconds now at all ranks, which is good. Cooldown has been reduced to 120, 110, 100 seconds from 120. Can't complain. Late game you can spam a bit more. And the biggest change here is Soul Shackle's activation time reduced to 3 seconds from 4 seconds. So you used to Soul Shackle people, they'd be running slow and you go, and then they just get out of the way. Now it's only 3 seconds instead of 4, which is actually a big change. I like it. I played Morgana again, and I did actually really well, and I really enjoyed playing her. It was fun. I felt like kind of like a support AP carry all in one, and it was just nice. And I encourage you guys to play her because she's a champion that's so underused right now, and I think this is gonna like revitalize her a little bit. She's good. I probably underestimated her for a long time too, and these changes have kind of like brought it back to light. But these are good changes, so we will probably be seeing a lot more Morganas. Nasus, or Nasus, however you want to pronounce it. Attack range increased by 15. Here's the biggest change. Soul Eater lifesteal as his passive at earlier ranks increased to 14 and 17%. Basically, he gets 4 more percent lifesteal, so he can jungle now. Jungle Nest is a lot better. Wither, this is his biggest change, I believe. I'm just going to skip this because it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I got cooldown reduction, whatever. Mana cost is whatever. But here we go. Wither will now reach its max slow duration, even if you have Merc Boots or any other tenacity. So Wither will work 100% of the time. It's always going to slow them like they don't have Merc Boots or any tenacity, which is awesome. It makes it's so much better now. You know, before you'd use it, and they'd be like, oh, Wither this guy, and he's like, then he just fucking takes off, and it just really felt like it did nothing. So the cooldown on it, and Max Strength really does help, and you know, not being affected by tenacity is great too. This totally helps now. So this honestly is just these 2 changes alone is probably gonna buff him up as a jungler, at least a tier. But another great change, Spearfire no longer has a 0.5 second delay, so it's just, as soon as you cast it, it's doing damage instantly. Kind of like Morgana's Tormented Soil. And now it deals half of its damage initially and the other half over the duration. So as you cast it, it's like poof. So it's going to deal 50, 95, 100, 175, 215 damage up front, and then the other damage over the next 5 seconds, or 11, 19, 27, 35, 43 damage per second for the next 5 seconds. So that's actually a good goose. He's got kind of like a ranged nuke. It's a huge circle too. So you can just go. He spins the staff around. It's gonna be like, ah. It's actually not bad. I really do like that, and yeah, I honestly can't complain about that. It's awesome. So these changes really, this is like perfect changes. Fucking right, right? Great changes for Nasus. Glad you did it, and he's probably going to be seeing a lot more Nasuses because he's a lot better now. He's not god tier or anything like that, but he is a lot better, and I'm glad because he's an oldie. He's one of my old favorites I used to play all the time, and I kind of feel like playing him now after reading those patches notes again. Nidalee got changed, but who cares? Nocturne got changed. Nocturne